Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So just a couple of quick things this week that I wanted to talk about. The first is the city just went out and got some new ambulances, and they're brand new, they work well, state-of-the-art stuff, and we have a really terrific emergency medical services department that gets a lot of calls, certainly compared to its counterparts around the state and around New England and elsewhere, but they're very effective. And by giving them the tools they need, including top-notch ambulances, we can make our city safer. So you may see some postings about these ambulances on social media, but it's good to continue to invest like this. They have more ambulances now than they've ever had before, and it just helps get to people in need. So we just wanted to know I wanted you to know that that's the kind of investments that the city's making now, because that's the kind of stuff that our residents deserve. So the second thing I just want to talk briefly about is, because it's been in the news, is there's some developments in the offshore wind industry. There have been a couple of projects that have been paused, or at least one has been paused and another is potentially paused. And so some people have asked me, so is this a big deal or not? And the answer is, I don't think so. So the announcement there was an announcement by Vineyard Wind last week that they would be asking the state to hit the pause button on their review, the state's review of its so-called Commonwealth Wind Project. This is the third offshore wind project in the pipeline for here. And the reason they did this is that things are getting more expensive for them for this project. It's for the reasons we're all familiar with: inflation, supply chain issues, and such, labor shortages. And so my take on it is that ultimately this project will move forward, as will, there's another one that may also ask for a similar pause for the same exact reasons. But to my mind, this is just this is a bump in the road for this industry. We continue to prepare for offshore wind to ensure that it works well with fishing, that it's complementary of fishing, that it creates good jobs here, and that we see more investment still over not just the next few years, but the next 10 and the next 20 years. That's what we're trying to set ourselves up for. So more on that to come, but I just wanted to allay people's fears that things were falling apart. They're not. By the way, the first Vineyard Wind project will start here in April, so that's only like 6 months out. So things are happening, and we will all see for the first time here in New Bedford major wind components on our waterfront in the middle of next year, so that's not that far away. The last thing I just want to say is, again, time to vote. We really want to generate turnout for this election, as we do all the time. There are lots of great reasons to vote, lots of important reasons to vote, but not the least of which is that it enables our city, a high voter turnout enables our city to get its voice heard in Boston and in Washington, and that's something that we should all consider as we look forward to the election. That's all I have this week. Short update. We'll see you next week.